In a quiet little town nestled between rolling green hills and a sparkling river, there lived a boy named Alex. He was the kind of boy who loved to dream big, even if his dreams sometimes felt as distant as the stars twinkling in the night sky. Alex had a heart full of curiosity and a spirit that never quite settled on one thing for too long. From the time he was old enough to run across the playground, he had tried all sorts of sports, each one like a new adventure waiting to unfold. It started with table tennis, where Alex would stand at the small table in the community center, his paddle gripped tightly in his hand. The ball would ping-pong back and forth, its rhythmic bounce echoing like a gentle drumbeat. He enjoyed the quick flicks of his wrist and the way the game made him think fast, but something about it felt too confined, like a bird in a cage longing for open skies. Maybe this isn't quite right for me, he'd whisper to himself, setting the paddle down with a soft sigh. Next came American football with its big, open field and the thrill of teamwork. Alex would pull on his helmet, feeling the cool grass under his cleats as he joined his friends for practice. Coach would shout encouragements, and Alex would run, trying to catch the spiraling ball that soared through the air like a shooting star. But the tackles were rough, and though he tried his best, he often ended up tumbling gently to the ground, laughing it off with his teammates. It was exciting, but it didn't spark that special fire in his soul. Volleyball was his next try, on the sandy court by the beach where the waves whispered secrets to the shore. Alex would jump and spike the ball, feeling the soft sand shift beneath his feet like warm blankets. The net swayed in the breeze, and the sun painted everything in golden hues. He loved the high fives after a good play, but the constant leaping made him wonder if there was something more grounded that called to him. Tennis came after that, with its elegant swings and the satisfying thwack of the racket meeting the fuzzy green ball. Alex would chase it across the clay court, his sneakers kicking up little clouds of dust that danced in the sunlight. The game was like a graceful dance, but he found himself yearning for something with more friends involved, more of that team spirit that made his heart swell. Pickleball was a fun twist, a mix of tennis and ping pong on a smaller court. The paddle felt light in his hands, and the ball's hollow pop was like laughter echoing through the park. Alex played with his classmates, giggling as they rallied back and forth under the shady trees. It was light-hearted and easy, but still it didn't quite capture his full imagination. Finally, soccer entered his life like a gentle breeze turning into a steady wind. The wide field stretched out before him, green and inviting, with goals at either end like open arms waiting for a hug. Alex kicked the ball for the first time, feeling its smooth leather against his foot, and something clicked inside him. This was it, the sport that made his eyes light up like fireflies in the dusk. He joined a local team, starting as a defender, blocking passes with careful steps, and then as a midfielder, running up and down the field, passing the ball like sharing a secret with a friend. But one day, during a practice match, Alex watched the goalkeeper in action. The way he stood tall between the posts, his gloves ready like welcoming hands, diving to save shots that came whizzing like playful arrows, it was mesmerizing. The goal was a sacred space, a place of protection and bravery. Alex felt a pull in his heart, as if the position was whispering his name. I want to be a goalkeeper, he decided, his voice steady and full of quiet determination. Yet the path ahead wasn't smooth. Alex was lean and looked a bit weaker than the other kids in his class and age group. In the classroom, he sometimes felt like a slender reed among sturdy oaks. During fun arm wrestling games at recess, he would lose to everyone, even the girls, his arm gently giving way with a smile and a shrug. "That's okay," he'd say, but inside, a tiny doubt fluttered like a butterfly in his chest. When it came to soccer, the challenges piled up like soft pillows he had to climb over. He was scared to touch the ball when his classmates kicked it hard. It came at him so fast, like a speedy comet streaking across the sky. Other players would easily push him during games, making him stumble and fall onto the cushy grass, where he'd get up brushing off the dirt with a determined grin. Even with shin guards, he felt the gentle thumps on his legs when someone accidentally kicked him, like a reminder that he needed to grow stronger. Jumping high to catch the ball felt impossible at first. His leaps were more like little hops, the ball sailing just out of reach like a drifting balloon. Kicking it far away? His kicks were short and soft, barely making it past the penalty box. Throwing the ball after a save was the same. It didn't go very far, landing with a plop instead of a powerful arc. Diving to catch shots? He hesitated, worried about the soft thud on the ground. Andy running fast to reach loose balls? His legs felt heavy, like they were wading through shallow water. But Alex was not one to give up. He remembered the stories his grandmother told him about little seeds growing into mighty trees, and he knew that with care and effort he could bloom too. So he made a plan, a gentle roadmap to his dream, filled with steps that felt like building blocks in a cozy fort. Every morning, as the sun peeked over the hills like a sleepy eye opening, Alex began his exercises. He started with push-ups, feeling the earth steady beneath his palms, building strength in his arms like weaving threads into a strong rope. Sit-ups followed, his tummy tightening like a coiled spring, making him feel more solid inside. Squats made his legs feel like sturdy tree trunks, planks held him steady like a bridge over a calm stream, and leg raises lifted his spirits as much as his limbs. Burpees were a fun challenge, jumping up like a frog in a pond, while mountain climbers made him imagine scaling gentle hills. Jumping jacks spread his arms like wings, high knees pumped energy through his body, and lunges stretched him forward like reaching for a hug. Calf raises lifted him on his toes, glute bridges arched his back like a rainbow, and bicycle crunches twisted him playfully. Russian twists turned side to side like dancing with an invisible partner, flutter kicks splashed like swimming in air, and Superman exercises made him feel like he could fly, arms outstretched on the floor. He didn't stop there. Cardio became his daily adventure, running along the river path where the water gurgled softly, jogging through the park with leaves rustling like whispers, swimming in the community pool where the water hugged him gently. Cycling on his bike took him down winding trails, the wind kissing his cheeks. Skipping rope was like a rhythmic game, dancing to upbeat tunes in his room, hiking up small hills where birds sang melodies. Rowing on the lake made his arms pull strong, stair climbing built his endurance step by step, and jumping rope again added bounces of joy. Shadowboxing was pretend punches in the air, kickboxing light and fun, aerobics with friends in class, Zumba with its lively steps, and spinning classes on stationary bikes that took him on imaginary journeys. Flexibility came next, like unfolding a flower petal by petal. Yoga poses in the quiet dawn, breathing deep like inhaling the morning mist. Pilates strengthened his core with graceful movements, dynamic stretching warmed him up like the sun's rays, and static stretching at night relaxed him like a soft blanket. His diet changed too, becoming a colorful feast of goodness. More protein from eggs, chicken, and beans built his muscles like bricks in a wall. Complex carbs from oats, brown rice, and sweet potatoes gave him energy like fuel for a lantern. Healthy fats from avocados, nuts, and olive oil kept him glowing, while vitamins and minerals from fruits and veggies, crisp apples, leafy greens, juicy oranges, made him feel vibrant inside. He cut down on sugar and junk food, choosing fresh snacks that tasted like nature's candy, helping him stay light and ready. Of course, the heart of his plan was practicing goalkeeper drills. In the backyard or at the field, he'd practice catching the ball, his hands growing surer like a nest cradling eggs. Diving became a gentle roll on the grass, throwing farther with each try, kicking with power that grew like a budding flower. Positioning himself right felt like finding the perfect spot in a puzzle. He watched videos of great goalkeepers, their saves like poetry in motion. Peter Schmeichel's commanding presence, Gianluigi Buffon's elegant dives, Alisson Becker's quick reflexes. Alex learned from them, imagining himself in their gloves, whispering, "I can do this too." Joining local soccer clubs and tournaments brought real experience. First, games were nerve-wracking, the crowd's cheers like a distant hum, but each match built his confidence like stacking stones into a tower. He believed in himself, never giving up, even on days when tiredness tugged at him like a sleepy tide. Every day he worked hard, improving bit by bit. Enough sleep wrapped him in restful dreams, recovering his body like magic. Motivation stayed strong, focused on his goal like a lighthouse guiding a ship. Years passed like pages in a beloved book, each one filled with small victories. Alex grew stronger, his lean frame now athletic and capable. He could jump high, his body soaring like an eagle to catch the ball. Diving fast became second nature, a swift glide across the grass. Catching was precise, his hands like magnets. Throwing far sent the ball arching beautifully, kicking strong boomed it down the field, and running quick made him dart like a deer. His teammates respected him, high-fiving after saves, and opponents admired his skill, nodding with smiles. He played for his school team, the crowd's gentle applause like rain on leaves. Then college, where matches felt like grand adventures. Finally, the national team, a dream come true under stadium lights that twinkled like stars. As the sun set on his journey, Alex knew he had proven something wonderful. In this story, Alex shows us that with determination and perseverance, anything is possible. No matter the odds, believing in yourself and working hard every day can turn dreams into reality. It's a reminder that challenges are just stepping stones, and with kindness to yourself and steady effort, you can achieve great things and inspire others along the way.